1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Because I am Mr. Money. I am Mr. Nanny Backs. The cash smells good. Just like it should. Get the caviar on. Get the champagne on. And do it now. Oh. Hello. There you are. I'm, of course, the #1 heel. The man. The man that gets it done, the man that can get it done, the man that flashes the cash because you can't. The deal maker, money maker. The Hall of Famer. The voice of REW, co-general manager, REW, Golden and Global Champion. I am the Golden One. Ricky Coleman. And this right here is a channel you have to pay to view. The channel that eats caviar every single day. The channel that is the fridge that you keep your food in. And the channel that is purely amazeballs. This is the People's Wrestling Channel. And right off the bat, let's get down to business. So, like and subscribe for those 2 shoutouts. And me on Facebook, Ricky JP, and just maybe you can become a part of this. The battle on the Nation Championship, forever growing. You want a shot at that? Then you let me know. Follow me on Twitter, Rick the Rock 30. Whilst on there, check out this, my link tree, to make it easier for all these things that I'm going to say. My link tree, note it down and write it down. Few other bits of business to get down to. So next is WWA World Wrestling Alliance on Facebook. You can check that out also. REW Radar Extreme Wrestling. We do a show every single week, be it a pay-per-view, be it a live event, be it a weekly show. It is Red Billy Ray Dog F8. Red Billy Ray Dog F8. I say Red Billy Ray Dog F8, and I'll say it again. Red Billy Ray Dog F8 on the YouTube. And my 2 other bits of business. The first one is this. You know what it is, but you need to know where to find it. What did I just tell you? Champagne ready, caviar ready. All of these jokers need to hear me first. But get it ready. So, there it is. Goldman's Pro Wrestling Tees. You go and search for it. Also, Billy Radar on Pro Wrestling Tees. You search for that also and get all of our t-shirts. Because this is going to be the 2021 version of Hell in a Cell review. And as always, we start with the kick-off show. The match on the kick-off show, which will take me 30 seconds to speak about. Natalya, one-on-one against Mandy Rose. So this was an okay match. A match made just 30 seconds before Hell in a Cell went live. At least this match makes sense. But this was an okay match. Quite a decent match for the kickoff show. If you missed it, I don't think you probably missed much. Mandy certainly got a lot better. So really not much to speak about this match. Let's jump straight to the finish. And that is, Natalya was fumbling for the sharpshooter, did hook it in, and made Mandy Rose set up out to get that win. But it would have a lot more sense for Mandy Rose to win. They could have had down a Brooke win tonight on Raw to get a women's tag team title shot. But it is what it is. And what it is money-making time as we go into the first match of the main card of the main show. And it was in a Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bianca Belair taking on the devil known as Bayley. This was a good match. Good way, big way to actually start. Before we get into that, though, there was a pyro botch right at the beginning that looked bad and just looked dangerous. Let's go into this match. Both of the women looking good here. Great storytelling match. Everything used, table, ladder, kendo stick, they were all used. Bayley really healing it up. Bayley tying Bianca's hair, should I say, to the chair, and Belair tied it to Bayley's wrist so Bayley couldn't get away. Good match. Really went the distance, went 19 minutes of in total, or just over 19 minutes. I enjoyed this one. I believe this will continue to make Belair a star. And yeah, good match here for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Your winner, still your champion, Bianca Belair. Just as I predicted, when I predict big. And as you see, I've made it big. As we go into the next contest that I rolled the dice on, that was a fiery one at that. And it was Seth Rollins taking on Cesaro. This was a good match. Again, good storytelling here. You saw moves from Seth we've not seen before. You saw something we has seen before also. The swing from Cesaro. Cesaro taking the glove off Seth, kicking it, punting it. Good, nice back and forth action. Felt a little rushed. This went everywhere. Seth attacking Cesaro before the bell even rang. And that, again, an enjoyable, good match here. A little surprised at this finish and at the winner. But Your winner here, after a roll-up, Seth Rollins. This, I would have given Cesaro the win. So now, does this mean this rivalry continues? Let's get into our third match, and it was certainly She-Devil versus She-Devil. Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. This was actually a good match. I thought. Didn't really go too long. It was a fairly quick match, but still good. I thought it was going to be a match like they did with Bliss with Randy Orton playing the mind games, and obviously pre-recorded. And it wasn't. Bliss, Shayna both looked equally good in this one. Bliss was laughing throughout. Shayna, applying a lot of pulls to Bliss's arm. Bliss just thought this was all funny, thought this was all hilarious and all a big joke. Really playing those mind games with Shayna. Shayna didn't want to look at Bliss. Original was by ringside, Nia Jax was by ringside. Original runs away. Bliss playing those mind games with Nia, getting into Nia's mind, making her slap Reginald, making her scream. So that was very interesting to see what's going to happen there and how they progress with that. And Alexa Bliss with the Sister Abigail, but she wasn't done there. She hit the Alexa Bliss. She hit the Twisted Bliss and did score 1, 2, 3. Alexa Bliss is up. So another prediction right again. Next up, in a match that could only have took place in hell, Kevin Owens taking on Sami Zayn. This was a good match, as expected. Both of these can put on a good match, but have put on a good match in the past. And this was a good match also. Really good storytelling. All the men putting out all the stock, putting out all on the mat, fighting everywhere, brawling everywhere. Owens going in with the neck injury from SmackDown going into this match. Owens actually looked injured in this match, legit injured. He was a one-armed man with his arm was actually injured or not. We'll have to kind of find out. A stunner on the outside to no avail. Zayn really trying to bend the rules, getting in just before the 10 count. And Zayn talking about karma, wanting this one when needing this victory. And this was one I didn't, well, I know I did predict, hence why the moolah. Good match here, thoroughly enjoyable. I think this rivalry continues because your winner, Sami Zayn. So I think they'll have another match at SummerSlam, depending on if Owens is legit injured. Only 2 matches left, so a fairly quick review this time. For the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. This was okay. Still don't get who's heel. Are they not, who do we cheer for? Are they both heel? Are they not? Rhea's getting better. Charlotte looks good always. Rhea's not the best call up. She speaks like a heel, I guess, but is she a heel? Who knows? But this was still a good match. Still enjoyed it. Felt a little rushed, but still good. Said both of women leaving it all on the mat. Charlotte pulling out some good moves. Charlotte pulling out moves that Andrade has used with the double moonsault and the elbow to the face. So if anybody spotted that, good on you. I spotted it straight away. other moves we've not seen in Charlotte's arsenal. And this match wasn't really anything to talk about, so let's just get to the finish. Charlotte, being the veteran that she is, going after Rhea's knee. Rhea on the outside, kicking and pushing the steps into Rhea's knee, rolling her back in, hooking on the figure four leg lock. Rhea not tapping out. They rolled out the ring. Rhea hits Charlotte with the hood of the announce table and forces a DQ. Charlotte, the victor here. Rhea, the champion here. So I think this rivalry will continue for Money in the Bank, I'm guessing, as we go rolling and running and meeting with the devil into our main event and the last match in a Hell in a Cell match for the WWE Championship. Last chance for Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. First of all, I want to say Bobby Lashley's got a whole lot better from the horrible, garbage storyline with Lana to a nice lengthy and dominating title reign as US champion to WWE champion to going over at Mania to being a dominating champion. This was a match to watch. This was a must-see match. Really, really good, I thought. Again, great storytelling, leaving it all out there, pulling everything out. Both of these guys looked great in this one. Everything getting involved, being used, should I say, the ring steps, kendo sticks, tables. Drew McIntyre going through a table and all his back bruised up. Drew McIntyre being trapped against the it's a Hell in a Cell. MVP is a genius. A lot of people saying MVP cheated. He didn't. It's not real. It's all scripted. None of us are an idiot, and we all know this. And in a match with no rules, anything goes. He didn't cheat. I've been seeing a lot of that on Facebook, but what it is, what it is. This was a good match because then MVP's a genius. He brought Lashley from nothing to a dominating champion. We saw two future shocks. We saw the Claymore. We saw the Hurt Locker. The referee goes down. The second referee has to come in. That means MVP has to enter the Hell in a Cell. Brutal. Yeah, good match. So let's get straight to the finish. Hitting the Red Steel chairs involved as well. I forgot to mention that. But hitting the Future Shock DDT. Drew going for the Claymore. MVP hooks the leg of Drew. And then a roll up again. 1, 2, 3. Still your WWE champion, Bobby Lashley. Great for Lashley. I would have ended it with the Hurt Lock, but there you go. We got to come in. And who is this? And it's the one and only, the Holiday, the man himself, Christopher Mace. What does this man have to say? MVP did the same for Lashley in Impact Wrestling as well. Lashley and people like Lesnar and Paul Heyman. I guess so, but MVP's done wonders for Lashley. From you'll see what I've said when I've sent you the video, but the horrible storyline with Lana for a dominating WWE champion. So I think he's done wonders for him. But thank you for the comment. So yeah, Lashley's still WWE champion. Don't wonder where Drew McIntyre goes from here. The card itself was pretty poor, but they did deliver, and I want to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I thought this was a good pay-per-view. Not one I'll be remembering this time next month, but still a good pay-per-view. Our next stop is, in fact, I will have a promo coming out, hopefully tomorrow, Kip Clips. So what is this you all possibly all going to ask? Kip Clips does a promo contest every single year. I entered last year. You may or may not have seen the video. If you didn't, why not? So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to get that. And Chris, I'll get to you commenting in a second. So I'll get that promo out tomorrow. Then it will be Money in the Bank. I know all about money. Will Lesnar return to face Lashley at SummerSlam? If not, to faces Lashley next. We'll get into that right now then. So tonight is Raw. So will we see Becky Lynch return? Are we going to see Brock Lesnar return? Who goes after the title at Money in the Bank? I can't see it being Lesnar. Kofi? I really don't know. I have no idea. Lashley's a dominating, just like Lashley, just like Reigns. Reigns is a dominating, cool champion. Shouldn't be the way people should hate Reigns, but people love Reigns. That's fine. Lashley, dominating champion. You can't help but like him. I don't know who he faces at Money in the Bank, but for SummerSlam, I would have thought Brock Lesnar. If not Lesnar, no idea. Maybe Orton. This is just a guess here because there's really nobody on Raw that could actually take that title off Lesnar and Lesnar off Lashley. But it's WWE, and no doubt they'll have Ricochet face Lesnar. Not Lesnar, they face Lashley. Face Lashley in the playoff. Great for Ricochet, but he's not going to win the title. But all in all, a good pay-per-view. So I'm going to try and get the promo out tomorrow. Then we have Money in the Bank. Who's going to win that? Will anybody cash in on the night? Let's wait and see. Should they bring in Goldberg to face Lesnar since he under 2-match deal? I know they could bring in, but whether they will or not, and he's returning anyway. 2-match deal per time for Bill Lashley. Goldberg, no, not really. Legend, Hall of Famer, but Lashley's used to like 2 or 3 moves. But who is returning and who could face Lashley? They do it properly, and he's returning on the first SmackDown with fans, and that is Edge. Could Edge go after Lashley? But I would have a feeling that's a SmackDown before Money in the Bank. So I'll have the match made already. Apart from Lesnar, apart from Edge, apart from these legends, I have no idea. And that's bad. That isn't good. The fact we don't know who's Lashley facing next and who could even be considered to face him next. Not good. So yeah, thank you Chris for coming saying there's a couple more things to do. So once again, or is it this? So Battle on the Nations Championship. Congratulations to the new champion, Jason. He beat the former champion, Benji, and the group is growing and growing and growing. So you're going to be invited to this. You're going to get involved in this. WWE AW Predictions League, let me know. It is now more important than ever to get me to 200 to like and subscribe. I will see you guys for my promo. Get watching, get checking out my blog on Twitter, on Facebook, on WWE, on Tumblr. And it is time to flash the cash, because none of you can. It is time to say Ricky Coleman.